Hey, my wandering wanderers. Today we are going to be doing a cosmic energetic reading for the sign of Aries. Now, please note that these readings are going to be based off of whatever the universe wants to talk about. Please keep in mind that energies are contextual, so if something is vibing with you, please take the time to identify and quantify what that may mean for you, and take the time to discern this message or these messages for yourself, okay? So, Aries, we are going to start off with this reading by taking time to identify what the overarching planetary energies are for you. We're going to do this because this is going to help quantify this overall focus, okay? Oop. Oh, getting a little chunky. We're getting a little chunky and my ear's hot. Oh, great. Great. Alright. Aries. Baby Jeebus. Okay, so you guys look like you want to come out. Okay. Put this down right here. Making sure there's nothing in the deck. Okay, copy. So this is deck energies. Let me double check underneath the desk because this does have the tendency and propensity to happen. So, deck energies is sensing, void, course moon, missing, creativity. Okay, creative energy. So Aries, this could be you understanding how you may or may not be perceiving or preconceiving your own either creative energy or understanding your own self-expression. This could be understanding how come you may have it's like understanding how could you unconsciously not paid attention to how this expression is conveying itself to you. Yeah, it's because I understand like the 5th house is the house of creativity, but it's also known for it being a house of self-expression. So this could be you understanding how this could be you taking time to understand how you may or may not have noticed this before, or taking time to be able to sense or could be understanding how you sense your own self-expression, how you sense your own creative energies or creativity. This could be another faculty for you. This could be about creative faculties. This could be about additional outlets of self-expression, food for thought. Interesting. That being said, whoa, why are you flipping? Okay. How do you see this? Okay. How do you see this in the context of destiny? Yeah, that hella just flipped. That hella just flipped. Taking time to understand, like, how do you see, understanding how you perceive this is part of your overarching journey. Your overarching journey has something to do with how you perceive this, how you perceive your creative energies, how you understand how you tap into your creative faculties. Like, this is inherently linked to who you are, because, you know, Aries, I am. All right. So how you perceive this is part of your purpose, your journey. Okay. I do find it interesting how the Sagittarius card went from right side up to upside down. So it could be Aries. Maybe this was something that you thought that you knew, that you may have to be, that could be something that is now being clarified or reclassified. But taking time to understand how you perceive this is inherently linked to your journey or destination, however you may perceive that. Okay, Aries? All right, let's get down to the components, the possible components, or the possible configuration of these energies. All right. All right. Components. Shit. Components. All right. So these components of the, wait, double check. Okay. Check underneath the table. Copy. Okay, so note that all these components are inherently connected to one another, and it could be Aries, it could be as you as an individual maybe taking time to understand how do they connect. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring this over here. We also have Aries. You could be comprehending how all these energies, you know, how does all this connect to your own foundation of how you perceive this in yourself. So if you take the time to open yourself to it, this should help guide you to it. But that being said, Aries, how do you understand this transformation? How does this understanding of this transformation lead you to your path? Okay. When it comes to understanding whatever it is, how or what direction would you like to go in the future? How is this direction inherently linked to a grounded, like, how does this link to a grounded, not so much society, it's like, how is this direction linked to a solidified social situation? How is this direction inherently linked to a passionate social situation? How do you understand that to in the context of understanding what your own power is? How do you understand this in the context of your own respect? Here's another question. How does all this fly over your current foundation? Can you see this flying over your current foundation? Okay. Let's take a moment to identify some additional details. Ooh. Apparently this is kind of your pathway, kind of it comes to understanding your past. Ooh. Alright. Is there any deck energies? Okay. Check underneath the table. Alright. So in the context of this baseline energy, Aries, how do you understand, like, how do you see this creativity calling to you? How do you understand that this is calling to you? How do you understand that whatever it is that you are creating or expressing within yourself is calling for you? In the context of your transformation, how do you celebrate this celebration? How do you celebrate this transformation? How do you understand this festivities behind it? How does this feast give leeway towards your path, your journey? What is this one? This one's flipped over. How do you understand that this is a blessing for you? How? In the context of snow and your current foundation, what is it that you're actually trying to see? Or are you trying to see something in the smoke? Are you trying to see something through? Are you trying to see the overall shape of this? What is it that you couldn't see in the context of your current foundation? Food for thought. Food for thought. Alright, let's see how all this stuff is energetically. Is it energetically? Let's say this is more, how do you magnetically relate to this, but I digress. Let's see how far we've come. Alright, Aries, let it on me. Ooh. Okay. Let me double check. Making sure this does happen. Alright, Aries. So energetically, you could be taking time to understand this communication. You could be taking time to understand these beliefs. You could be taking time to understand the foundation of these beliefs and how they're being played out for you. The pathway. Do you remember the pathway earlier? Yeah. If you open yourself up to this should help explain. Keep hearing, open your heart up to love. Food for thought, food for thought. So we have, let's just go ahead and flip them all over. Ooh. Ooh. Can you see this? You cannot see this. I will bring this closer. Okay. Alright, Aries. There's a lot of projections here. Projections. So apparently, Aries, when it comes to this energetic situation, you could be understanding how this information is being emotionally communicated to you. You could be seriously, you could be being UDP'd. You could be getting a lot, you could be understanding how this stuff is hitting you. At the same time, in the context of this emotional feast, emotional banquet. Apparently, this is your calling. And in the context of your calling and something about your future, this is something, and your path, this is something that is being projected for you, projected towards you. So it could be that you're starting to understand the path that is being laid out towards you. This path is inherently linked to your blessing, and you could be understanding or currently in the process of feeling like you are gathering the strength to continue forward towards whatever this blessing is for you in the near future. In the context of, I heard civil situation, but in the context of family room and high honor, you could be understanding things. You could be understanding things that you may emotionally no longer settle for. And so it could be things that no longer foundationally vibe with you from an emotional level. You could be understanding why you are or you may need to walk away from these from a social situation. And this may have something to deal with the context of your own energy and or power and respect. And that being said, you in turn are taking time to honor your own truth. This is you honor, like by doing so, you are taking time to honor your own projection of your own truth. And this perception is inherently linked to your process of, I would like to say your process in the context of purifying your own foundation. Understanding this lesson kind of helps you see and sieve through what it is that you truly need to see in the context of your own self-expression, creative freedom. Like, this is how you're able to see the path that you're supposed to take in that context. Okay? Overall, there's a lot of it's relatively balanced. Like, overall, this energy seems kind of balanced. This energy seems very it's not one-sided. It's very cohesive. Intuitively, there may be a need to pay attention to and understand what this blessing actually is and how do you see it. There may be a need to be cognizant to identify what this calling is, or you're in the process of doing that. And there may be a need to identify what this banquet is for you, because whatever this banquet is, it's like a wellspring of well, I would like to say it's a wellspring of emotion, and this could be something you're starting to be cognizant of. Hardy har har. But that being said, overall this seems to be balanced. Just don't forget, Aries, take the time to comprehend, what is this blessing? How is this blessing going to help you in the future? And how is this inherently related to you developing your own strength? Okay. Once again, I keep hearing, open your heart up to love. Take that as you will. I hope that this reading, Aries, was helpful for you. Please take the time to evaluate what vibed or resonated with you, and please take the time to really discern this info for yourself. Okay? Have a wonderful day.